Sound check. Sound check. Uh, does it sound okay? I don't have monitors in right now, so I can't actually hear what I'm saying. And so I'm just looking at the audio gauge. But is it too loud? Are we good there? Okay, sick. Well, the show starts in 4 minutes. Cool. Okay, cool. It is 7 o'clock sharp. Oh, this tablecloth is really annoying. It is 7 o'clock sharp, which means it is time to begin our regularly scheduled or not so regularly scheduled broadcast. So that's awesome. Welcome. Today we're gonna be fixing this Xbox controller. My friends in Austin gave me this controller. They told me that the right bumper is like it kind of needs to be pushed down hard in order for it to work. Now this is the Elite Series 2 controller, so this is the really nice one with the like removable sticks and the like pad that comes out and the like adaptive this thing. I have one of these as well. Mine's black, but I have one of these, and that's like my main controller for PC gaming. This one, as you might be able to tell, is a little bit, it's kind of crusty. It's definitely seen some better days. And hopefully this will be a super easy fix, because all we need to do is just ungoop this button right here. So, I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, because here's a fun fact. The second, I think it was the second ever video that I attempted to do was me fixing an Xbox controller. It wasn't one of these controllers. It was the like Series S controller, or like the new one basically. And I bought one when I bought my Xbox, which was in March or April. No, April. In April of this year. And I bought a controller with it from GameStop. It was pre-owned, and 3 months later, it was completely broken. It was like it thought that the joystick was stuck all the way down, so it wasn't just stick drift. It was like complete stick malfunction. And I took it apart and replaced the stick with some Hall effect sticks, and it was complete bullshit the way that it was wired. You had to like wire like a bodge wire on it in order to make it work. And I didn't want to solder anything that's tiny. It was stupid. It was dumb. I ended up frying it because of that. Not to mention, I didn't really have great soldering equipment back then. Hopefully, we're not gonna need to solder today, but you never know with this sort of thing. Additionally, I've got some cleaning to do because it's got some gamer smeg all over it. But I don't think we're going to have to disassemble it all the way down to the board level. I think we're just going to need, like, just to clean this. And I read online there's, like, a plastic tab you're supposed to pull out or something like that. So, but anyways, I've got my OBS open over here. And let's go. So I've got the Xbox guide here. And we're just going to start with opening it. So this is all just safety warning and boring stuff. Okay, so we have to separate the top case. So we need to like pry up on like this. So we're gonna do that. Actually, let me make this a little bit bigger really quick. Or we can just, I can just, there, that's better. So I'm gonna do that. So we have to like push our tool in here and kind of, oh, well, first of all, we need to take all of these off. So let's do that first. And then these need to come out. It's a very well designed controller. It's just not very well built like all Xbox controllers are. I might be a little bit biased. I mean, I am wearing a PlayStation shirt right now, but I own like 4 PlayStation 4 controllers, and none of them have stick drift. They all work perfectly. And meanwhile, I've only owned 2 Xbox One controllers, and I bought both of them this year, and one of them is completely broken now. So I read somewhere that you should try to open it first from this side. So we're gonna try to do that because you're less likely to break it or something. But I'm having a hard time getting this separated. Ugh, this is just like clobbering my opening pick. By the way, let me go ahead and put this on the charge because we're gonna need this later. I gotta go behind. Usually I sit over here on this side of the desk over here, and with all the TVs behind me. But I figured for this it'd be a little bit more comfy. I have a little bit more room to work if I sat on that side of the desk. So we'll see how it works. Yeah. Okay, because we're gonna need that later. The battery on that really sucks, so this opening pick is also not great. Where are my iFixit picks? I'm like not prepared for this video at all. Here's a screwdriver. What if I just use a screwdriver? You probably shouldn't do this, but sometimes you gotta fight fire with stupidity. Okay, there. Now we're starting to get... We got like one clip up. And once you get that first clip up, it's usually a little bit easier to get it all open. I've got the Dingus tools today. I got these from like I think it was like a 3DS circle pad kit or something. You know, like the typical like Amazon whatever. So I've got like a few of these just lying around. I don't know where my good ones are. They're probably in the parts bin in here somewhere. I'll be honest, for people who don't know me like personally, I don't actually spend a whole lot of time in this room anymore. Now that when I'm not making videos, I don't actually spend a whole lot of time in this room. I spend most of my time in my bedroom. So I lose track of where stuff is. Ugh, it's so crunchy. I hate it, but it's fine. It's meant to do this. Ugh, it's clobbering this pick though. Okay, that's starting to come up now, as you can see. So now we kind of have to just work around here, get all these clips to pop up. Ugh, so much gamer smeg on this. Maybe I should put some gloves on. I'm not saying my friends are gross, because that would be mean, and it's not true. But I will say that if you hold an Xbox controller for a long time, it's gonna get crusty. It's not just Xbox controllers, but just controllers in general. Oh god. I feel like I'm gonna break my opening tool before I break the controller, honestly, because this opening tool does not seem very good. You see that right there? I don't know if you guys can see that on camera. You see that white line? That's the plastic of this tool bending. That's not good. This is supposed to be solid so that you can pry it. So fucking Amazon toolkit. Again, I swear I've got tons of those iFixit picks lying around. I always have them like when I don't need them. Like when I have friends over who come and play my guitars, they always use the iFixit opening picks instead of actual like guitar picks. And I'm like, don't do that. Those are for repair. I'm not angry that they're like using my repair tools for the wrong purpose. I'm angry that they're not using the guitar pick that I have for that specific purpose. Ugh. There we go. Oh, there's a clip still on, I think. Is there? Something's preventing this from coming off. What is it? What is that? Oh, there's like adhesive on here. Ugh. Okay, well, I should have some double-sided tape somewhere. There it is. So we're gonna put some new goop on that in a bit. But there we go. We're in here. These are the rumble motor wires here. You gotta be super careful with those because they're super delicate. But the culprit is this little guy right here. This is the button that does the right bumper. So like if I get this close to the camera, maybe it'll focus. You can see that this button right here gets pushed down by that. Oh, so one of the clips broke off. Not surprised, honestly. This is the problem that I have with cases like these where you have to pry them to get them open, is that the clips just break. Especially if you have no idea where the where the clips are, they just kind of fall off really easy. You know, obviously, me, I much prefer having an actual like screw you can take out to disassemble things. But maybe I'm biased, or maybe I'm just intelligent. Who knows? Anyways, I believe. Let me read my guide here. Let's switch over to. So to separate the top case, remove top case, clean the strips. Okay, this is the reassembly. Mid-frame. I don't think we need to remove the mid-frame because it's right there. We just need to pull this off. Bumper replacement process. Here we go. So, yep, it just says we're gonna pry those two and then these two, pretty much. Okay, makes sense. So, just gonna controllers. It's connected to something. I don't know what it's connected to. I think it's my Mac, which is what I'm using here. Is that correct? Okay. Well, this will come in handy for us later. Let me go ahead and actually demonstrate what I'm on about. So I'm going to switch over to here. And as you can see, all the other buttons work fine. Oh, well, this is loose now, so this is not really going to work. I haven't really thought of that, have I? Well, let's practice putting the clip back in. Wow, that was easy. Anyways. So as you can see, nothing happens when I click this one. This one works fine. Mostly. But this one, it works like sometimes. But other than that, this controller works fine. It's got the like mode select stuff on it. Test vibration. Oh yeah. Cool. Anyways, we're gonna get back to taking it apart now. So what is it? We just pull these tabs up. I always hate anything with prying. I mean, I just said that, but I need you guys to really understand that I really hate prying. Okay, I gotta disconnect this Xbox controller. It keeps every time I keep pushing this button, and when it does, it opens up. It opens specifically the games folder on my Mac's application menu, which would be fine if I was trying to game right now. But unfortunately, I'm trying to watch my OBS window right now, so that's not great. So I'm gonna disconnect it. More than that, actually, I'm gonna unpair it. We'll just pair it later. But, nah. Anyways, so next I think we have to take out, there's like a clip over here, I think. Hold on, let's investigate. Hey? Okay. I guess they're talking about this little like hook thing here. Fun. Do I not have like a proper spudger on my table here somewhere? I never know where my spudger is. It's always missing. I've got some tweezers here. We'll need those in a bit. But what about the spudger? Here's some more tweezers. I have like a million pairs of tweezers. I don't know why. I went out and I bought tweezers, and they gave me like 2 million of them. Wait, hold on just a second. Let me do something on the computer. Okay. So so what are we doing here exactly? We pried this up already, but Microsoft is not really, as per Microsoft, they're not really doing a great job telling us how this is supposed to come up. Maybe we do need to pull out that mid-frame first. I don't think so. Hold on just a second. Let's go back to here. Let's read something that was written by an intelligent person. So, but see, this one, it tells you to remove like everything. You really don't need to do. Well, this is for if you're like desoldering it. We don't need to desolder it. Well, hopefully not, because I don't have the part for this. So if we do need to desolder it, then we're gonna have to do that on another stream, because I didn't buy a part for this. I'm hoping I don't have to buy a part for this because it was working earlier. Okay, so what is this? It's saying to pull like outwards on it. Okay. Ugh. That's scary. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry. Let me. Okay, and then hopefully this. Ugh. God, I hate working with plastic. Okay. What is this? How does this come out? Scary. Back to iFixit. Pry the buttons outward and upward, which will release them. Be careful because of the fragility of the retainer. Well, that didn't really help. It just says. Okay, well. Alright, cool. If it works, it works. Anyways, I guess we really didn't need to do that necessarily because we already have access to the button right here. Let me see if I can move this camera closer because it's like really high up. There. Sweet. Okay, so here's our checklist. So one thing I need to check is this little plastic thing here. People say this is the culprit, and it because the button gets like dented over time. So there's that, and then also we're gonna clean it up with some ISO. So let's check it. Yeah, looks like it's dented a little bit. I don't know if the camera will make that out, but so someone on Reddit suggested to fold up like a piece of a Ziploc bag and just shove it in there, which I mean, I don't see why not. But before we do that, let's clean it out. Do I have any Q-tips in here that aren't super dirty? Yeah, perfect. I only really need one. That's 70%. Where's the good shit? Here it is. I'm gonna use my favorite liquid in the whole world. 99%. Oh, this way. 99% isopropyl alcohol. I'm gonna use this. And yeah, so all we're gonna do is just so I can't really get super deep in there because the mid frame is still on. Maybe I should take it off. Okay, fine. How do we take the mid frame out? I didn't want to do this because it's annoying and it sucks, but oh well. So we need a T8. So it's all the screws that are here, and then something, put a spudger underneath here to provide leverage. Well, that just separates like this piece. That doesn't really give us any more access to this unless we were to like go underneath the board. Nah, I'll leave it alone. I'm not gonna bother with it. I'm like I said, I'm really scared about messing this thing up. As it should be with Microsoft design quality, or the lack thereof, rather. All right, let's use. I assume this is alcohol. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it is. But one of these I think has flux. Oh yeah, that's definitely alcohol. Okay, perfect. Just gonna gently put some goop on here. And this is 99%, so this is as safe as it gets to use on electronics, because it's 99%, so there's only 1% water. Water is what harms electronics, not necessarily liquid. Although, lo and behold, most liquids are water, so, or have water in them. So that's why they mess up electronics. Okay, and then now we can use our tool and this is the good thing about 99% ISO is that not only is its water content low, so it's relatively safe to use in electronics, but it evaporates really quickly, which again is excellent for working on electronics. Okay, so we've done that. Let's test it with just the button. Josh says, isn't it like really technically just contaminated water, because like doesn't distilled, aka pure H2O, behave fine with electronics? You know, honestly, I'm not sure. But I don't know about that, because I think that, like, I'm not an expert, despite what you might think. I'm not an expert on any of this, but I think that it's like the water causes components to, there's two things that are really bad, is oxidization, which causes like rust and stuff, and continuity, which causes, you know, things to bridge when they shouldn't and parts to short out, and that's what really breaks things. Of course, there's probably more contaminants on said electronics. Yeah, I think you're right. Can I rotate this with this? Cool. See, I don't quite understand what this little adjuster here does. They give you like a little tool to do it with, although of course you can just use a flathead screwdriver, but I think it changes like the tension of this. It's really hard to demonstrate on camera, but like if I do this, it's kind of loose, and then if you do this, then yeah. Anyways, so now I've got to pair it again to my MacBook. So let's make sure it still turns on. Okay, excellent. Put it in pairing mode. I'm going to connect it to my computer. Okay, we're going to open up Gamepad Tester. Let's see if we can push this button. So, first of all, everything else works, right? Okay, cool. Now, let me take this one out here so I can click it. These tweezers are not thin enough. Scary. What if I just use this one instead? I'm trying not to short anything out. I don't think that's working. What about this one? Have I just made it worse? This one works now. Or was that just me accidentally pushing A? It does kind of work. But this one. Yeah, looks like it works too. Okay. Whatever. I was thinking for continuity, or Josh says, I was thinking for continuity, distilled water is fine, but if the electronic itself has some salt on it or your fingers are a little sweaty, that'll do it. So overall, 99% is probably still totally worth it and costs the same anyways. True. What's actually very interesting is that this is a little bit unrelated, but 99, because we're only Americans, we get 99% ISO. But in other countries like Japan, you can buy 100% ISO. I'm not sure why exactly that 1% is so different, but But of course, like a rookie mistake some people make when they repair electronics is they get 70% ISO, which is still nice to have in your toolkit because it's got more water in it. It's better for like cleaning like non-electronic components. But if you're doing anything that involves cleaning a circuit board or soldering, 99%. But yeah, I don't quite understand exactly how the whole like oxidization or shorting that I'm not a material science major, so I don't quite understand how all that works. But all I know is 99% good. Yeah. Right, so now what? So this seems like it's working. We can test it a little bit more if we want. I mean, yeah, it seems like the button itself is fine. Maybe. I'm gonna blow it a little bit more. What I really need to be doing is so I need to fit it into that little tiny hole there, which is kind of hard to do with this black shell in the way. But we can just pick some of the cotton off there, and that'll file it down a little bit, and then maybe it'll fit in there. Maybe? No, I don't think it's gonna work. Maybe it'll fit in here better? Oh, hey, there's my spudger. It's right here. Why do I bother? Honestly. Okay, let's power this down again. I'm just gonna turn Bluetooth off entirely on my Mac. And just give it a nice little... I'm gonna turn it down this way so that it'll all spill out. Give it a nice little that, and kind of just let it go all around in there. Oh yeah, that thing bleeding. These Amazon compressed air guns, by the way, they suck, or rather they blow. This one is quite bad. My least favorite thing about it is charging it. It's got USB Type-C for charging, which is excellent. The problem is, for reasons I cannot explain, which the only thing I can chalk this up to is just someone was really drunk when they designed the circuitry for this. When you plug it in and you charge it, it charges all the way, and then once it gets full, if you leave it plugged in, there's a green light that just turned off that stays on whenever it's charging, and that light drains the battery once it gets to 100%. So if you leave it plugged in overnight, it'll be dead. If you charge it to 100% and unplug it, it'll be fine. So it's just horrible design. Don't buy these things. Just get like a can of compressed air from Office Depot or something. Which I also have. It's just not in this room. I don't want to get it. Okay, well, that'll probably work fine. Now let's start to think about what we can shove in here to make it contact better. Let's see. Hey, where's the other one of these? Do we know? Because I don't remember which one is which. That's a great question. Where is the other little paper insert thing? I don't know. I probably knocked it off the table or something. Oh well. That sucks. That's too bad. Skill issue. Anyways. It's never stopped me. Okay, so the internet says to go get like a piece of Ziploc or something. So let me check around here really quick, see if I have anything plastic I could use. What is this? Little plastic. I mean, that's the same difference, pretty much. Now the real question is, do I have any cutting tools in here? Because I never do. I never have scissors when I need them. I've got wire cutters. maybe I can work with those. Let's see how good my wire cutting skills are. Or rather my plastic destruction skills. It's not bad. It's more accurately, it's just tearing it, but nah. You win some, you lose some. Yeah. Okay. Now this right here, this is real engineering. Forget all that stuff that you learn in college. This right here is solving practical problems. It's a little messy though. I guess that's kind of to be expected. Let's see. It's pretty thick. I'm thinking the thicker it is, the better. But we don't want it to be too thick because then the button will just be like stuck. So I'm gonna like halve this one more time, and then that'll be perfect because that'll give us, like, yeah, like that ought to work. Famous last words. I think it's too big. Well, I'm not really sure what I expected. What about like this much? How well does that fit in here? Not very well at all. Okay. I guess we're just doing that. What about... See, it's like, it's too messy. It's like creased over here. Wait. Maybe this way will work. Yeah, that'll do. But still, though, I really want to see if I can shove all of that in there. Just because I think it'd be funny. If for no other reason. All the senior repair technicians watching this, if one of my 3 viewers is one, all the senior repair technicians in chat right now are probably like crying and sobbing. Gunner no care. I'm gonna shove this in here. This is so annoying. See, that's a strong maybe right there. Yeah. There you go. That'll do. And then I believe somebody else suggested, or maybe it might have been the same person on Reddit. Who knows? I think that somebody else suggested putting like some silicone grease on there. I've got this stuff here is what I use. This is what I use for lubricating the floppy drives on my Macintoshes. I have this, and then I also have from the same company somewhere on my parts table, which is actually literally just like a rack server. I've got somewhere over here, or maybe it's not here. Maybe it's in the parts tub that I keep under the table. There's a lot going on this set. I need you guys to understand. There's a lot. see it in here either. I'm kind of poor at keeping track of stuff. I do have, however, I do have this. This is gonna go on the wall somewhere. There's the packaging for it. I still have the packaging, but I don't know where the thing itself is. But I got the. It's like a liquid, and this is more like a goop. The others. Oh, here it is. It's just right behind these floppy disks, and I can't see anything from where I'm looking. It's like a liquid. This looks like some sort of like pen thing. It's just a cap, but it's like a liquid. You get the point. So I need to get that onto there. Do I have any more of these? Yeah, here's an empty syringe here. Let's make sure it's empty first. Oh yeah, it's very definitely not. Just do that a few times. In case you're wondering why I have so many of these syringes, it's for this stupid thing. Gotta fill it up every 3 days, and you're not supposed to reuse the needles when it comes to refilling insulin. Obviously, sometimes it doesn't stop me, but anyways, we're gonna do some ghetto tricks here. We're not gonna need much. Just put a little dab in there. And then now the problem is we got to use this needle, and this needle is not great at transferring substances that are this thick. So this is going to take a while. But we're just going to put some grease on it. I'm going to put some grease on there, and I'm going to put some grease on top. I'm a master engineer. Apple should hire me. Okay, cool. And then I guess we're gonna do the same thing for the other one. I don't know which one's the good size one. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's this one because it's nearest to me. I guess we're about to find out. Yeah. There we go. That works. This is real engineering right here. Okay, let's do the same thing with it. Ah, it came out. Get your ass back in there. This is not great. I'm not really sure what I was expecting to happen with this. But, you know what's best for me, Reddit, apparently. Is anything even coming out at this point? Oh, it's so slow. Alright, well, that ought to work. Let's put it back together and test it. So, okay, so these are two different components here. There's the actual, like bumpers, and then there's this little piece here that has the, charging port cut out. So, but when it comes to the things that are clipped together, they're typically a lot easier to reassemble than to disassemble. You literally just line everything up, and then... Okay. And then this just kind of scares the hell out of me, but it goes like this. Okay, where do you go? There's one. Where's the other clip? Get in there. Okay, cool. Let me close this up before I poke myself with it. Same thing with this one, even though it's at the other end of the table. Let's test it out. Bluetooth on. All right. Look at that. Oh, but this one's messed up though. So of course, just my luck. The problem has come from the right side onto the left side. Why do I bother? Honestly. Oh God. Okay. Well, this doesn't really look like it's in there all that well. So there's that. That might be something. What else is there? I just saw my quote in the chat room, Josh. I chose my words very specifically, you know, like I always do. It'd be nice if I had like an actual like thin plastic strip I could use for this, and not just a torn up bag, because this is a pretty shitty way of doing it, I must admit. Do I have like anything else I could use? What is this? This is a broken piece from a Macintosh key switch. You think it'd work? Hell no, it's way too big. Anything else? Let's see what we got. There's tons of stuff around here. I got way too much stuff. 3DS circle pad. That'll definitely work. Anti-static bag. Maybe. It's from DigiKey. What was this? This is a MOSFET at some point. Anyways, anything else in here that I could use? Oh, I've got just I've got just the thing. There you go. I'm a genius. Microsoft should hire me. Anyways. Okay, enough fooling around. I don't really think I do. I guess we're just gonna tear up another bag piece. I don't want to, because it's not gonna turn out very well. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Or maybe I should just put this back in, because the problem is I don't remember which one went where, because there's two of these and now there's only one of them on my table. The other one just vanished into thin air, you know, like things typically do when I work on them. So it's not like under my laptop or something. You know, I have no idea where it's going. Just gonna shove it back in and shove a bag on it. Cause screw it. Might be a little bit more tricky to do though, because this is put back in now. Yeah. Let's turn off Bluetooth. And let's also put the camera back where it's supposed to go. Oh, it does drop into there without the clip on there. Well, whatever, because we got to put even more in there. So I kind of hate pulling this clip out. It's so scary. It's crispy. I don't like it. please? What are we doing here? Oh, the other one's out already. Okay. So I just need this one to come out, and then I can get at it. It's like, it's stuck now. There, that's done it. And then from there, you can just kind of maybe. Ugh, so crispy. I'm so scared I'm gonna break a clip. I probably already have at this point. Who knows? Who cares? You know who cares? The friend who gave me this Xbox controller. So I should probably not do that. Oh, speaking of broken clips, what if I just use that? Oh, no way that's gonna fit. Well, maybe if I take this out. But I don't know if I would trust that to stay in place. I'll give it a shot. Might be too thick. Yeah, it's too thick. Alright, so screw that. We're not doing that. What else is there? These alleged smart thermostats turning down the temperature, or turning up the temperature on me when it's super hot in here. I'm struggling so hard. I want to pick out. Let's just see if we can shove this in here with this other piece. And then, if that works, then we're golden. No, don't do that. Alright, that's crammed in there. Let's grease it. Oh dear, okay. I really need a better way of applying silicone lube, because putting it in one of these syringes is really not good. What I really need to do is to use up all the flux that I have, because this syringe would be perfect for it. There's hair on it. Ugh. Whose hair? It's probably me with my big O mop hair that's, you know, like gets everywhere, and it's probably that. I mean, yeah, that shit's shoved in there, so it should work. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, I've got this on here. Okay. Let's cobble it back together. That doesn't work like that. You have to put this on there. What? Then how is this supposed to... Okay, whatever. Who cares? It's crispy. The right one definitely feels a little bit clickier. I think the left one feels a bit softer, but let's do this for a bit just to make sure that everything gets like seated into place. I want to make sure that this works. I want to make sure this doesn't get sent back to me. Okay, I want to make sure that all will be right in the world forever and ever. Which means it'll work for about a month, knowing Xbox build quality. Anyways, let's test it. Bluetooth on. Okay. No, it's still not working. I'm gonna try to pull the little existing thingy out. No, it's not working. It's worse now. God damn you, Microsoft. Alright, well, the one thing that we did on this one that we didn't do on this one is the alcohol clean. I didn't think we'd need it because, like I said, this one was working fine and this one was the one that was shoddy. And now they've flipped. So, again, greatest engineer in the world. Third time's the charm? Oh, this time the bumpers just, like, popped off. Instantly. Okay. Speaking of popping off, so did the little thing that I put in there. That's okay, though, because we're going to need to spray it anyways. So let's do that. We're going to take our alcohol. Get it all nice and clean. Okay, cool. Hopefully that worked. Okay, well, let's start from scratch with the whole bag tearing thing. Because I want to try to get as thick of a piece in there as I can. So we do... How exactly does this work again? We just like... I think like one fold is probably as good as we're going to get. Right? And that fits in there. But what about if we double down on it? Will it still work? I don't know, because it won't stay flat. I'm sure the thickness would work if it was like consistent. But every time I put it in there, it opens back up. No good. Here. You know what might help with that? Again, greatest engineer known to man. What if I put this thing over the plastic? Would that work? It fits. I mean, okay. If it fits, I sits. Do I have like another like little piece I could just like shove down in there? What about this? That's not really great. See, it's not that it's hard work, it's just tedious. What if I did another one of these and made like a sandwich where it's like button, plastic. Wait, hold on, the camera's over here. It's like button. I'm struggling so hard with this. Button, plastic bag, shield thing, plastic bag, bumper. You know? Worth a try. That's too thick. It's almost as if the tolerance gets smaller the more crap we shove in it. Yeah. I need the dual hand action. Dog. No way this is working. I'm gonna be so for real. Or maybe it will. Look at that. I'm just too good. I'm really him. You guys ready? Oh, damn, I didn't do the sound. There's too much grease in there. If I can get it all out, it'll make the sound. It goes like... makes that sound. You have to be careful when these things are blocked up. The one time I tried to... It was blocked up with something. I don't know what. Probably like a flake of insulin that like solidified or something. And like I pulled the plunger out to fill it up with air, and then I compressed as much as I can. And usually that shoots it out. But this one specific time, it literally just made the needle like explode. It was very loud. Luckily, I didn't get hurt in the process. But maybe don't do that. Get to like halfway, and if that doesn't work, then it's probably time to back off. Okay, let's get this put back on. Again, third time's the charm. If this doesn't work, then honestly, I'm not really sure what will. Again, it's so weird because it, like I said, originally it was this bumper, and then all of a sudden it was the other bumper. These are like not on there like at all. Ugh, so crispy. All right, let's try it. Oh, well now this one's stuck, I guess. And this one is still not working. Oh, now it's working. Sort of. And this one's getting stuck. Fine, I'll clean up some of the grease. God, I really hate doing this. It's stuck. Okay, well, I'm gonna move this. Man. I didn't even touch it. I didn't even touch that one. Darn. If I rotate you, get rotated. It's still stuck. What if I just take it out? It's still stuck. I think I might have put too much grease on there. Serves me right for taking advice from Reddit. Never again. Alright, let's see what happens. Nope. You know what? I bet the moment that I take this clip off, it's gonna just start working. Mark my words. Loosen it. How's the button respond now? Forget that these tweezers don't really work great with this. It's still stuck. It's just worse now. Alright, we need to really get it with the alcohol this time. You know, I might not be the most intelligent. So the key is that I want it to click a few times while the alcohol is sitting in there. So that way, it'll kind of work itself into it. That's annoying. Okay. Let's try this. It's still, you know, what if I just refresh the page? Maybe it's just the page. Probably not, though. Darn. Yeah, I think it might just be time for a new button, honestly. That's so weird, though. Why does it behave like this? I can wiggle it like that. Maybe I need to wiggle it while there's alcohol in it. Darn Xbox. Seriously, y'all gotta stop buying these controllers. Y'all gotta stop letting Microsoft get away with this. I say as if we have a choice. Because guess what? When you buy an Xbox, you know what kind of controller you gotta use with it? An Xbox controller. You know what? This is a little risky. But you know what? You can't innovate without risk. There is a little hole here inside of this button module. This is a syringe. You know what syringes are good at? Getting into tiny little holes. So what if I just did that? And then even better, you ready? Suck it out. And then that'll like actually clean out all the smeg that's like inside the button. Well, maybe it'll just break it. We'll find out in approximately now. God, stop giving me ads. Go away. All right, let's see what happens. That's better. I wonder, honestly, if that's just the way I'm pushing the button. That definitely seems better now, though. I'm gonna do it one more time, just to be safe. But that did help. That did help a lot. So, okay, so the tip is facing, I don't know. This thing is leaking very slowly. Oh, because there's air in it, that's why. Would you mind stopping? Thank you. Okay, the tip is facing up, which is good. Flood it. Here's another little Connor trick I've developed over the years. Take another syringe. Me and my surplus of syringes. Make sure all the liquid's out of it. And then fill it up with air. Make sure it's dry. And then you can just sort of use it as a little concentrated air thingy-mabob. Cool. Yeah, that seems like it helped. Right. Well, now we've got to fold up another bag, I think, because I don't know where the ones that we had went. I haven't really been keeping track of them because they kind of fly all over the place when I turn the compressed air gun on. So, but it's whatever. It's whatever. This one looks like it'll work. Just gonna jump straight in with this one. I don't know who that motherfucker on Reddit is who said I should use silicone grease, but his days are numbered. All of our days are numbered. Did you know that? Anyways, we're gonna just cram this in here. Is there not a better way I could do this? Well, I mean, if it was better, then it wouldn't be me. So, but still, I feel like even I could do better than this. If I had some proper scissors, that might make my life a little bit easier, but I don't feel like going downstairs right now. Real Spudger, activate. No, get your behind back in there. That is crammed in there perfectly now. That is excellent. Only trouble is we still haven't quite sorted out this one, I think. Maybe we did. I'm honestly not sure at this point. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just pull this out. I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to pull this out too. And I'm going to give it the same treatment. We're going to clean it from the inside. Okay. Let's put another bag in there. Because, screw it. Actually, since I have this piece, I'm going to use it. And then I'm going to shove the bag on top of it. That's a very heavy maybe right there. It might work. Well, as you know, there's only one way to find out. hate doing this. Is this backwards? No, I'm just a little unintelligent. Am I missing something? I don't know. There. Shove that in there. Shove that in there. Push that down there. Cool. And hopefully this time we'll be done and I can go eat dinner. Look at that. Everything else works. I didn't damage any other components in the process. We're good. Another electronic device saved. I'm so good at this. Yeah, let's put it back together. But also, I want to clean it up because it's covered in gamer smeg. So let's get that sorted. So for this, I am gonna use the 70%. We're still gonna use it on a swab, but we're gonna, yeah, you know. This might take a bit of scrubbing, but so I was able to fix it without replacing the button, and that's what's most important to me, is that this fix cost me nothing. Now, I'm going to charge the hell out of my friend. No, I'm fucking with you. I ain't going to do that. Believe me, after the amount of times I had to take that off, I sure do want to, but no. Get all the... I don't know what this is, but it's... Eee, gross, stinky, weird. I don't know if it stinks. I can't smell it. If I were to sniff this, all I would smell is alcohol. Tighten this down. It's gotten a bit loose. Okay, this one's not really that dirty, but I'm gonna give it a scrub. All right. Sick. Let's make sure it works one more time. Just, now that I've scrubbed it, just to be sure. Let's also do this. I think that's worse than it was before, But I believe that part of that's because these can actually, I think, move a little bit more when they're out of the case. Because I can feel it like grinding up against something, and it doesn't do that when the case is shut. So, it's probably fine. Hopefully. But nothing else on here looks gross. We got to get all of this, but that'll be here in a second once we get it all closed up. Right. So there was some like, you know, let's clean this part now because this part is nasty. You have no idea what I'm capable of doing in Monterey Park? Where's Monterey Park at? I feel like the name is familiar, but I don't know. I don't know if we have that here. Maybe I'm tripping. Oh, it's so yellow. Clean that thing. Oh, here you go. Is that better? Ugh. Gross as hell. This ring right here, this is gonna be a little bit. Oh god, this is so gross. Give me another one. I have no idea exactly how I'm gonna get all the crap that's in there. Might have to bust out the syringe again, honestly. Okay. Or you know what? You know what? I do have this. You can just kind of... And also, let's get these, too. Why didn't I just do that in the first place? Because I don't think. That's why. I just do. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it's a good strat, but not always. Like, I'm hoping that I won't regret this when I finish cleaning this this black part here. I just got done working on my Ghoulie Kit King Kong 3 Max. Nice! I recognize the name Ghoulie Kit. I think that's the company that I bought the joysticks for my other Xbox controller with. Maybe. I might be tripping. But that's sick. Okay, they didn't really do a great job cleaning the smeg out of the handle, so I gotta be careful using this because you can tell I used it on a Macintosh. This is the one I used in the video, but that's Macintosh smeg there, so we gotta watch out for that. We're gonna use this side here, but or maybe I should just use like this because this has a little bit of water in it. So I'm just gonna put some of that on there. Oh, that's a lot. That's fine. Look at all this. I can use this. I can use damage. It's like painting class, only stupid. Another clip came out. Useless. Okay, let me grab a shop rag really quick. I need you guys to understand, I have so many of these in here because you can only buy them in like 6 packs. So I have so many shop rags sitting under the table right now. It takes up a lot of space and they get messier. Wait, these pop out? What? Well, geez, I wish I knew that 2 minutes ago. It's over. Well, yeah, that makes it easier to clean. Jeez. Sometimes I embarrass myself. It's more likely to happen when I'm on camera. Okay, I don't know if this stain here is coming out. I don't know what they did to make it look like this. I mean, in fairness, I've only had my Elite controller for like a few months. So, I don't know. And also, no, I was going to say mine's also black, but it doesn't matter because this is the black part that's dirty. This is not to say the white wasn't dirty. But... oh well. Oh, I'm still on this screen. Hold on, I'm sorry, you guys. I meant to switch back to this so you could see a little bit better. But yes, these pieces right here do indeed pop out. So I just spent that time blasting it to get all the crud out, and you can just take them out. So, but anyways, I think the front shell is looking fabulous now. So the camera is like is technically is upside down right now because I have it on that end of the table and I'm on this end of the table. But oh well, who cares? Anyways, it's so wet. So wet. Trust the process. Ooh, look at that. It's probably dye from the table. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't really care, to be honest with you. Okay, now the fun part is cleaning all this. This is the stinky part right here. That's where all the sweat goes. I'm kidding. It goes all over the controller, but now we got to figure out how to put this back together first, which should be super easy. I'm sure. Here, let me bring up the Xbox official guide again. Okay, install top case as detailed. Okay. If you are reusing the top case, apply 4 strips of PSA. I don't know what PSA is, but I assume it's something similar to like double-sided tape. I'm not sure exactly why you need double-sided tape on it, but okay. It doesn't really show us where it's supposed to go, but I think I'm intelligent enough to figure it out, surprisingly. One would assume that it's the sticky part that's right there, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's clean off the old goop first. Ooh, I'm not looking forward to this. Okay, where's my spudger? I hate anything that involves working with adhesives. Like it used to be to change out a laptop battery. Like when I was a kid, to change out a laptop battery, it was literally just you'd turn the laptop over, there was a latch you'd flip, and then it would just eject, and that was it. And then, excuse me, and then later down the line, they made it to where you had to take the laptop apart and And that's all well and good, but it really depends on which laptop manufacturer you get. Because, for example, my Dell laptop, to replace the battery on it is super simple. It's literally like 8 screws to get the case open, and then it's like 2 screws to get the battery out, disconnect it, and you're golden. But if you have a MacBook, on the other hand, that shit is glued in there, and you gotta use some of this stuff to get rid of it. And it's not fun. You might catch things on fire. You might break things. You might move stuff where they're not supposed to. So it's not fun to do that. But then again, repairing is not supposed to be fun. But I would prefer it if it was easy. And maybe if you're an idiot like I am, you'll find it fun. This is not really going anywhere. Okay, fine. Rubbing alcohol works great for removing adhesives. That's like half of what's in that little adhesive remover I just showed you, is that and acetone. But rubbing alcohol works pretty great most of the time. It's just, it's like a liquid. So nasty. Ugh, hate it. But at least now it's content. Because I was really worried when I started the stream that it was gonna take like 10 minutes to do, and then I would be like, well, shit, that's not much of a live stream, is it? But now that I've been at it for how long? What time is it right now? Like an hour and a half. I think we're doing pretty good. Slow and steady wins the race. It's like, I don't know if the camera is picking this up, but it's like, it's wet. It's really wet. It looks like tar. It's not that gross, but it's more fun for me to pretend like it is and be dramatic for the camera. I really don't want to use anything like metal to scrape this off here, because that would scratch this case up really bad. Although if we do that, it's not going to make a difference, because this is the inside of the case. If I scratch at the outside, it'd be a different story. But what about our little stinky Amazon pry tool? How would that work for this? Probably not very good either, because it's not really flat. It's all muddled up. It's good for opening like one clip, or maybe 2 if you're lucky, and then it just bends after that. Which, like, when because you get these like with like I got this with my circle pad replacement for my 3DS, and all I wanted was the circle pad, and they gave me the circle pad. They gave me 2 of them actually. They gave me 2 circle pads, some screwdrivers, like 3 different screwdrivers, and then this thing, and then one of these little, I don't know where it went, I just saw it a second ago, little weird triangle opening picks. Yeah, that is weird. Where did it go? It was like right here. No, who cares? Oh, it's right underneath the controller shell. That's right in front of me. Again, I do tend to embarrass myself. Ugh. Dirty. This is gonna stay pretty dirty, but that's okay. We just need a good place for this adhesive strip to sit on. Yeah, you know what? That's good enough. It's still got some stickiness on it, so we can use that to our advantage. Now we get to do it all over again. See, sometimes the adhesive just kind of peels off like a strip. That's really nice when it does that. But sometimes it just turns into mush like this, and that's not so fun because it takes forever to scrape it up. But sometimes if you're lucky, you can just get at it with tweezers and just... Or maybe now we can have a mix of both, because this one seems like it's coming up pretty decently with the tweezers. Be much cleaner, that's for sure. Wow. Okay, so I should have just done that from the start. Whatever. Alright, that's good enough for me. Let's put some tape on it, button it back up, and finish cleaning it, and then we'll test it, and then I'm going to get out of here. That's a bit too big. If these don't really hold that well, it's fine, because that's like what the clips are for. I don't really understand why they glued it. That just seems like it just makes it harder to repair. If it's supposed to be clip based, then like what really is the point? But what do I know about this? I'm gonna put this on the doo-doo stain Xbox controller section. Okay, and from here, I'm pretty sure you literally just like push it down. You ready? Ugh. Get that out of there. Excellent. Okay, the front of this looks perfect now, but these leave a lot to be desired, and so does the back. And then also we need to clean these joystick caps and the D-pad. The D-pad will be easy. Joysticks, a little less easy. And then the back might be a little bit tricky, but I'm sure I could work around it. Okay. I'm going to go back to 70%. That looks fine. Now for these, we're just going to get all that smegma out of there. Actually, is this the one that's like loose, or is it the other one? I don't know. My hands are too slippery now. I think it is this one. One of them, like, it spins around on the joystick post, and the other one it doesn't. I don't know. Who cares? Not me. Ooh, I just pulled like a whole like skin flake out of there. Maybe I should be wearing gloves for this. I'm also let me move some of this stuff out of the way, just so that the frame looks a bit nicer. Someone's gonna walk in here. They're gonna think it's a. They're not walk in here. They're gonna click on the video. Is what they're gonna do. So they're gonna click on the video. They're gonna think it's a crack house. I mean, it is just not like that. Okay. Throw all that. Cool. Cool. I think I've used up all my Q-tips now. Okay, I'm gonna go run to the other room really quick and go grab some Q-tips. I will be right back. And we're back. I grabbed 4. That's this many in binary. Anyways, we're gonna just get right back to it. Okay, I think that one looks splendid. Let's do the other one. Let me bring this a little bit closer. We get the Xbox controller ASMR. Okay, cool. I'll get this thing out of my face. All right, joysticks are looking good. Just pop them on here. Yeah, this is the one that was originally on here. It doesn't really matter that much, but I can go ahead and pop this on there too. Now the front of this looks excellent. It looks great. Let's deal with that next. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the controller off real quick. If I could click. Okay. Ugh. Let's get the smeg out of here. What did I do with the, like, which Q-tip did I just have? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Who cares? This is not one of the new ones. Or is someone's picked the end off of it. Oh, but I say someone. I know exactly who's done it, but that little bit right there is going to be a bit hard to get at. Ugh. It looks like resin. It looks like resin or earwax. Ugh. What is that? Are they doing the Nokia N-Gage? Are they doing this? Maybe I'm just not enough of a hardcore gamer. I'm not a hardcore gamer. I play fucking Animal Crossing. Oh, there's some like inside too. Ugh. Okay, let's get that out of there. Because otherwise it's just going to go right back onto that switch. I just don't get it. I don't get the gamer smeg. I'm not advanced enough. I think we did an okay job getting the top of it, but I can still kind of see some yellow on it, so I'm gonna do it again. Is this the wet side? Yeah, this is. Where's the one that has the end picked off it? Let me see if I can get... There's like 2 strands of cotton on here. Okay. Let's engineer it back on there. Nope, that's not much better. But it is a little bit better. But I honestly wouldn't trust dipping that, so I'm not going to. This, on the other hand, this one's used, but this will probably work. I just need to get that little piece of smeg that's in there. I will continue to refer to this as that, by the way. There's so many more fitting words that I could use, but that's the one that I like the most. So, sorry. Okay, that's looking pretty good. On that front, at least. Let's get this Xbox bridge here cleaned off. Okay, let's get the crusties out of the bumper. This is looking great now. Thanks, me. You're welcome, me. Yeah, the left button. Oh, look, it popped out there. Okay, I was about to say, the left bumper definitely seems a bit stiffer than the right one. I wonder why. I don't see any of that goop on the inside of this trigger. I think this one's fine. Okay. Yeah, so like, let me pull this up a bit. I'm gonna come back in like a month. It's gonna be really dirty. That's just what happens when you're a controller. I don't play games often enough for my controllers to get like this, I think. It'll probably take a few years before mine get like this. They've probably had this controller for a few years as well. I don't know how long they've had this controller. They've had it at least since April, because I went to visit them in April, and that's when I first discovered that this controller existed. It was from this one. And then once mine broke, I was like, well, if I'm going to get a new Xbox controller, I want to get the cool one. So then I got my own, and then now they're like, can you fix mine? I think we're just about done. We just need to clean all that up. And then I see a little bit of goop on there. Let me get that sorted really quick. Okay. Yeah, it's looking a lot cleaner now. Final thing we're gonna do is, oh, there's still some more of that. Keep on here. I still see a little bit. Maybe that's just rot. Maybe the joysticks are just rotting, but I still see some stuff on like the rim of this. Let me just do that a little bit. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. I wanna adjust the joystick tension. They give you like a tool to do this with, but you can just do it with a screwdriver if you're lazy. Or if it's in the other room like mine is. Yeah, that makes it like stiffer. I can kind of notice a difference. These still work. What about the half position? Do they work? Excellent. Yeah, that's the one thing I really like about this controller is it has these switches on the back and it changes how far the triggers pull. So you can do it like it's a button. You can go all the way up and they go all the way down, or you can do halfway and it only click halfway down. Oh dear, do you hear that? Something's loose in there. No, I just opened it. Fine, I'll open it again. I bet it's one of the clips. I bet one of the clips just like fell out. It's either that or it's all that crap that we shoved under the bumper. Okay, fine. I'll open it up again. I'll try to open it up. This opening kit is not great. I need to figure out what I did with all my good opening picks. I bet there's some in the bin under here by my feet. Okay, that's not working. Where's the... Here it is. Give me that. To quote the friend who I'm borrowing this from, Xbox controllers are doo-doo ass machinery. Okay, let me check my parts bin really quick and see if I have a proper opening pick, because I can't stand this one. I'm sure I do. Here's a proper opening jimmy. This one's from iFixit. You can use that. What about a pick? I'm sure I've got one. Yeah, there's one. This tool is designed to break before your device does. Ha. Oh, I fix it. I wish that were true. Maybe, am I not doing this properly or something? There we go. That's a better way of doing it. No, don't connect. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. The Bluetooth's not turned on my Mac right now. All that. Forgotten about that. So like, it's like, yeah, what is that? Something's loose in there. A clip or something. If I shake it enough, it'll come. I really don't want to take that mid-frame out. I'm trying everything in my power to not take the mid-frame out. Okay, fine. I'll take the mid-frame out. I really didn't want to do this. But that's going to bother me to no end if I don't get that sorted. And I'm sure it'll bother my friend as well. So all we're going to do is we're going to let that plastic out. We're not going to do anything else. Any more screws? I think we're chilling. Hopefully. Better find out. Doesn't seem like it wants to come out. Am I missing a screw or something? It doesn't look like it. Maybe there's one underneath the little bumper thing, but let me check. There's 6 screws. Yeah, there is. Okay. So yeah, it literally just says just lift it out of the frame. Okay. I've only taken out 5 screws. Okay, so where's the 6th? Oh, it's underneath this little thing here. Ah. Sneaky. There's your warranty broken. Although if they had a warranty, I'm sure they would have just sent it in to get that fixed instead of taking it to me. Because if you do it under warranty, it's going to be fixed. If you give it to me, I might not fix it. I might just break it. Ugh. Alright, what is loose in here? Can we see? It's crusty. Oh, it's inside of here. But where? Ugh. Even the board is smeggy. God, yeah, where is that rattling coming from? That's quite annoying. Oh, there we go. Yeah, broken piece of clip. Okay, cool. Well, while I'm in here, let's go ahead and clean all this gunk out of here, because I was trying to do that earlier, and it was kind of hard to get to. I believe the battery pack is underneath here. Those are the battery, like, contacts. And this way we can clean the back grips a bit easier. I mean, it'll be the same amount of difficulty. I'll have a less guilty conscience. Because I'll be like, oh, I'm not about to snap the case in half. Am I out of Q-tips? I think I have like one more. That's okay. We can work with that. God, I'm so curious as to what because I really want to say it's earwax, but that wouldn't make any sense for earwax to be on the controller triggers. If anybody knows what this is it this? Yeah. If anybody knows what this stuff is, give me a hand. Maybe it's like, I don't know, gross dead skin mixed with. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I'm definitely washing my hands after I'm done with this. I was gonna wear gloves, but I forgot to grab them. It's okay. I'll survive. Right, that looks excellent. What about these? Now that I can get at these, I'm gonna give them very carefully. There's like a little, I think it's a bear, like a bear on the board. Very interesting. See, now this trigger here is doing the thing again where it's not clicking. What if that's what I broke off? What if I broke off the plastic bit? Ooh, that wouldn't be good. Let's check and make sure that's not the case, because I will be quite upset if it is. Looks fine to me. Just geeking, I guess. Oh, well, that's going to be a little bit difficult to put back on without the mid-frame. That's alright. Now is the time to put the mid-frame back on anyways, because we're done cleaning it, I think. Or I will be once I finish a few extra strokes. Okay, cool. And then this just goes in there, maybe? Oh dear, this is coming out. I'm gonna like hold these down while I insert this. There we go. Excellent. Okay, and then these are all the same size, so it doesn't matter where I put them, but I've laid them out in the order that they came out in, regardless. Here's a pro tech tip. This doesn't really apply as much for electronics. This is more for working on like cars and stuff. But it is a good habit to get into, and maybe it does help a little bit with repairing electronics, especially in cases like these where the screw is like pulling two things together. It's always a good idea to do everything in like a cross shape. So you're like bam, 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 like that. So whatever screw you do, you want to put like the opposite of that. So like I'm gonna do like this one here. And then, now that I'm there, I'm going to go down to like here. 54%. I'm pretty good. Very good. Another good habit is to like turn it the other direction a few times because you can kind of feel it like click. And when you let it click like that, it kind of falls into place, and then you can start screwing it in properly. Ugh. No good. Okay, now that that's done, you can put this monstrosity back on there. Sweet. No more loose parts. Motors are in there good. Okay, now the only thing I want to do... Oh, I was supposed to do this while I had the case off. No, oh well. Give it a nice spray down of some alcohol. I really hope that somebody in my audience understands what, like, why I say it like alcohol. I made a reference to the video that I'm talking about in my first video, the episode 1. But if you haven't seen it, it's a video of this dude on like Facebook Live, and he's shirtless, and he's got a bottle of rubbing alcohol, and he pours it on his hand, lights it on fire, and lets it burn, and he's like, alcohol, and then he goes, let's go, and he chugs it. He chugs the bottle of rubbing alcohol for like 10 seconds straight. Like, he drinks the whole thing, and then his friend is like, what the fuck? And then immediately he's just like, ugh, and he runs off screen. And you hear him gagging, and his friend comes on screen. He's like, hey, I gotta end this shit. And then the live stream ends there. I really hope that at least one person has seen that video. But I put a clip of that in my first video. So I'm gonna continue to make that joke for basically forever. This is a little tough to get rid of. It doesn't really, it's like it wants to come out. Yeah, I think it's kind of working. Maybe I just need to use a Q-tip. Maybe I need to go a little less hard. Because I want to give this controller back to them spotless. I know that they would really appreciate it. And I would appreciate it too, because I hate looking at it. It's gross. It happens though. That's just what happens. You can't control your skin from releasing dead cells. It's not really how the human body works. So, controllers get gross, but obviously it's not their fault. Okay, I think that looks a bit better now. Good enough. Do the other side, and then we'll test it, make sure everything works again, and then we're gonna end the stream. a bit wet still, but... Hey, where'd the D-pad go? It's a great question. Where did the D-pad go? You think it'd be easy to find, because, you know, it's big and metal, but I don't see it anywhere on my table. Things literally just vanish from here for no reason. I bet it's on the floor somewhere. Yeah, here it is. I don't know how that happened. Probably, I don't know, like that or something. Who knows? Who cares? But anyways, I think that about sorts it then. I think it looks as good as it's going to. Ugh. Yeah, I really should have cleaned this while I had this shell off, but maybe if I use a rag. Maybe all I need to do is use a rag. Now, hopefully when I go to test this here in a second, everything is just going to work properly, and I'm not going to have to take it apart for like the 4th time. So with all that being said, let's find out. We're going to test it now. Let me turn my Bluetooth back on. Turn the controller on. Alright, let's make sure all the buttons work. Yes. Aww. Really? Dang it, we gotta take it apart again. See, it's so weird how that one started acting up the moment that we fixed the other one. Which is just so typical. Fine. I'll crack it open one more time. See, like I said, that's what I hate about clip designs, is if you open them more than like 4 times, they just break. No matter how careful you are. They're not meant to be taken apart. It's got ease of assembly, but not ease of disassembly. Yeah, let's take this off again. Before I forget, because I will. Okay, hopefully it didn't just break any clips. I mean, like, I can hear the button being clipped, but just shove that down in there a bit further. Oh, that's no good. Now there's too much of it. Where'd the forceps go? Oh, well, that's just pulled that out entirely. I didn't really want to do that, but okay. I'll try to see if I can get it back in there. Without... Yeah, I'm going to have to take this off. So annoying. Seriously, if I do this one more time, this controller is just going to fall apart like Legos. These clips are just going to disintegrate. I'm going to have to 3D print one. Which sucks, because I have no idea how to CAD. So that wouldn't be fun. Hey, you know what, though? This broken off piece of clip looks like... Ah, no, never mind. It's nowhere near the right thickness. But in total, we have broken off like 3 clips. Which is just not great. You make me miserable, Xbox. You really do. It could be worse. It could be the triggers. Because if it was the triggers, I had no idea how I'd fix it. Probably would have just denied it at that point. It's hard to say no to repairs, though. I love fixing things. Feels good to fix things, and it feels good, especially it feels good to fix other people's things too, because then you feel like you're making a difference. Do I have anything else over here that I could use as like anything plastic I could just shove in here, quick and dirty, and get it done? Surely I have something. What if I just used, instead of like a bag, what if I just used some paper? I don't know about this one. Got some receipt. Tear off like a little corner of this and then make it even smaller. Now this controller has to really not get wet ever. What if I click it with a spudger now? Nothing's happening. The other one works fine. Nothing's happening with this button. Ah, you asshole. Fine, I'll clean it out one more time. I cannot stress enough just how annoying this can be. Thanks, Microsoft. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, we don't need that much. Let me take this piece out. Well, you know what I probably should have done? Let me blast it one more time. Just like a little bit. I'm not even going to bother taking the needle off. Is what I really got to do, that I keep forgetting to do, is blast it with the alcohol and then push it down a couple times to really get those contacts clean. And hopefully that works. Also, once again with a little ghetto air compressor technique. And then we can put this stupid thing back on there. And then wherever that little paper thing went. I'm not sure. There's a few different ones here. Oh dear. Whatever. Who cares? I'm just gonna use like this one or something. Yeah, I feel like I could do better than that. Here, let me tear off another piece of this. How many folds does it take to fix your Xbox controller? A 1, a 2, a 3. Does anybody else remember that ad? They used to show that ad is old as hell, actually, but they used to show that on TV while I was a kid. Do they still show that ad? Okay, I think this is too thick. Let's cut it down. Well, that's not a folded piece. Give me that piece back. This might also be too thick, but there's only one way to find out. Again, it works or it doesn't. Oh, hello there, Asus battery friend. Welcome. Sit rep. I got both of where do I start? This bumper was kind of flaky. I fixed it, and now this bumper's flaky. And then I fixed it, put it back together, cleaned it all the way out, and now it's being flaky again. Just my luck. But I've just shoved a new piece of paper in there, and hopefully it'll work. Let's find out. Please. Please, Xbox, please. Yay! Yeah! Also, we forgot to test this. Okay, both the rumble motors still work. I don't know, does this test the... No, I don't think this tests the, like, haptic trigger thing. You need an Xbox to do that, I think. Well, I know that, like, Windows supports it. I'm on a Mac right now, so I don't know if like, the Mac controller API supports it. But, like when I play Forza on my PC with my Xbox controller, I still feel the trigger rumble, so. Okay, well. Oh, there's some, like, markings on the front. There's, like, some liquid markings, probably from our alcohol bath. No loose clips. Clean this up here. Woo. What time is it? Damn, it's been 2.5 hours. Let's try it one more time, because the problem seemed to like to develop after I put it back together. So, oh, I left it on the other one. I'm stupid. Looks fine to me. Excellent. Okay. So now I guess it's time to test this out. I've got to find a game to play now, or something. I'm trying to think of what games I have on my Mac that support, or not support, but rather that make extensive use of the right bumper. And let me see what I've got. Oh, I know just what to play. Okay, hold on. I gotta change my OBS settings now. Is it open? No, not yet. please. I gotta wait for Steam to open. Steam, please. Unable to sync your saves with the cloud. Oh, I don't care. Would like to receive keystrokes from any application. Mac people problems. I have to restart the game so that it can accept controller input. What a horrible fate. Okay. Will it show up now? Or do you need to close this window first and make it... Yes. That'll work. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. You guys ready? Let's game. You know what would be really funny is if I tried playing it through the OBS window. I don't think that's going to work. I don't think it'll let me accept controller inputs. Yeah, it won't. Damn. Okay, let's do it. Oops. Yeah, the left one definitely feels a little bit softer than the right, but I don't think they're gonna mind that. Aw, are you serious? Okay, well, whatever. I proved my point. It works. Works good enough for me. So, whatever. And with that, I think that that's going to conclude this live stream. That took 2.5 hours. It was a bit longer than I was expecting, but I'm not really sure what I was expecting, honestly. But we got 52 people in total who stopped by. Thank you to all 52 of you. You guys are all awesome. This channel would not be anything near what it is now, or anything at all, rather, without your guys' support. So you guys watching this video is awesome. And with that, I'm gonna go make dinner now. I don't know what I'm gonna make yet. I'm gonna go downstairs and do something. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys whenever I see you guys. Take care. That's right on time, too. That's right there at 9:30. We started at 7, and we ended at 9:30 on the dot. That's pretty good, if I do say so myself.